Hi. I have such a juicy live for you today on this is for writers, and it's all on your money mindset, how it's your responsibility to grow your income, and some of the intricacies that are at play when it comes to doing that. And such a juicy conversation that I know so many people will benefit from. My name's Sarah Mack. I work with a lot of writers and I'm a mindset coach. I'm also the founder of Juicy Copy, which is a copywriting agency that helps entrepreneurs to connect to their dream clients. And so I talk to a lot of people. I see, all of the different factors that are at play when it comes to sharing your writing, using your gift as a writer, expressing yourself through words in order to create an impact in the world, to create an income, and also to create freedom. So let me just share this, see if I can share this. So yeah, and I have an exciting announcement and so many really cool things to talk about today. So if you know anyone who's a writer, please send them my way, tag them in this, share them, and share this video with them, because it's really going to support them to make that mindset shift, to start to just see more possibilities as a writer and start to bust a lot of the myths that are at play that keep writers, not earning very much money, not feeling like they have freedom, not getting their voice heard and reaching the audience that is out there that would appreciate and benefit from reading their work. So the main message that I want to drum home today is that it's all about the inner game, right? And when we look at mindset, it's really a combination of all of the stories that you have digested over time, even intergenerationally, societally, all of those inner narratives that we've internalized from the world around us, that we've heard reflected back to us over and over again, that have constructed our view of the world and what we believe we're capable of, what we believe is possible. So we all know about the stereotype of the broke and starving writer who, is so brilliant, but never got discovered and, died without a single word being written, without, a penny in their account, and then went on to, become an amazing writer or, have their works treasured and seen for the value that they provided, after their lifetime. It's a very common, stereotypical, archetypal story of artists. The starving artist, another archetype that a lot of people, it's just very prevalent. And this is, one of the number one things keeping writers broke and keeping writers being underappreciated, not reaching audiences. And it's, when you understand the power of mindset and you see it and you really put it to work in your life and you see how it plays out and you see how you have the power to create shifts through changing that inner conversation, it's really exciting, and think about historically, even artists, writers have been historically condemned. They've been sidelined from society, seen as, been associated with obviously sexuality, another part of our culture, the unknown, the erotic, all of these themes that have been sidelined by the church throughout our, obviously Western culture. And so all of these negative associations have been attached to this line of work. How does this relate to you? How is it playing out? Even if you're not thinking these thoughts consciously, these stories, because they're so prevalent, because other people are always reflecting them back to us, we internalize them, we start to play them out on an unconscious level. We start to limit ourselves. We don't see possibility where there is possibility now in these times that are completely different to anything, previous generations and our ancestors have experienced. And now writers are some of the wealthiest people in our society. Look at J.K. Rowling. Yes, her story is extraordinary, but it's normal for writers to be earning hundreds of thousands of dollars now. Many copywriters, some of the top copywriters can earn $500,000 a year. Look at, and it doesn't necessarily mean you have to be working in sales and in marketing to be earning a lot of money from your writing capability. Look at Rupi Kaur. There are all these anomalies. There are all of these stories that when we choose to focus on them, it opens up stories of possibility and gets us to ask, well, well, what is really possible for me? What is really possible for my community when we shift these inner narratives? And so, you know, this foundational perspective and this foundational work to do with mindset is applicable to absolutely every single type of artist, of creator, of business, of career. Once you change the stories, you start to open up more possibilities. You start to act differently. You start to embody what it is that you're doing in a completely different way, and you create completely different results. So, you know, just take a moment to ask yourself, like, what are the stories that you're telling yourself? What are the ones that are on repeat? What are the ones that you have internalized on an unconscious level? And you know, and I've seen this at play, obviously, in the way that you embody yourself, the way that you express yourself. It shifts how you're showing up with consistency. It shifts the action that you're taking. It, of course, shifts the results that you're taking. And when you start to shift that in a dialogue, the world starts to reflect that from externally. When you know, commit to a different story of your worth and your value, and you start to tell that story, even without uttering a single word, simply embodying that within you, you start to attract different people, different opportunities. Suddenly things start to become easier that felt really difficult before. And, you know, this is kind of attached to that, the process of dream client attraction, which we use in Juicy Copy, through expression, through the written word, to connect people with, you know, clients and opportunities that will most resonate with them, that most benefit both parties. So this is such a juicy topic. There's so much to be said about it. It's a deeply transformational process to start to shift you know, all of these stories in the way that you're showing up. So I'm super excited to announce I'm running a free masterclass on Monday, the 1st of July at 3 p.m. And I'll drop a link, just DM me to register for that. And I'm also launching a course on Monday called Money Mindset for Writers, which is really an intensive 4-week container to go through, you know, all of these topics that we're talking about, but specifically in terms of increasing your income as a writer through embodying your value first and laying that foundation, flipping those stories that are going on for you about, you know, why it's not possible, and or the ones that are keeping you at a certain level. And then, you know, looking at specific strategies for you in your career to grow your income in a way that's fun and fulfilling for you. Because that's really what I'm all about, is using your skills and your gifts and your talents to provide value, to create that life of freedom that gives you creative freedom, where you're doing things that are fulfilling to you, that you're passionate about, because you're working with people that you're connected with, for projects that align with your values, and, you know, feel like you're making an impact in a particular industry or part of what it is that you do that actually you really care about and is really fun for you. And as a writer, there's literally, the sky's the limit as to what you can pick, which industry you can pick to work in. And you know, obviously there's different obstacles, different challenges that come in different writing paths. But when you master this fundamental mindset process and you identify what's really going on for you, it just opens up so many more possibilities and opportunities for you in the way that you're showing up. So yeah, so we're going to focus on, you know, building a career that's fun, and that is not just you working endless hours and creating another cage for yourself, and really fully stepping into your power as a creative. That's really what this work is all about. And, you know, giving yourself permission to tap your creativity as a really powerful business and career tool in being able to really open opportunities for yourself and think creatively and problem solve and do something that's never been done before in a new way. You know, allowing yourself to be the channel for whatever message needs to come through your writing, and really giving yourself permission to take the inspired action to get that message to the audience that really needs to receive it. And, you know, I see a lot of people, you know, sitting on their talent, sitting around waiting for like somebody to come along and discover them. And, you know, that's the kind of story that leads to writers being discovered after they're dead, because they didn't do the work to connect the dots with bringing their work to an audience, which now is actually easier than it's ever been. And there are fun and aligned ways for you to do that. So this has resonated with you, please like it, please leave me some hearts. Please share it and tag any writers that you know, anyone who's thinking of starting a writing career, anyone who is already a writer who's looking to, really take their career to the next level and really deserves that. And please do register for my masterclass on Monday, where we'll dive more into the 5 key breakthroughs to doubling your income or more as a writer. So thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye.